Well, good morning, everyone. I really want to get back to our self-discipline study, but I can't today because somehow all my notes have been misplaced. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but I'm going to be spending today looking for it. Um, I just wanted to bring up something about our precedent, our continuing to pursue the Lord, the presence of the Lord, our purpose, the kingdom, all that we're involved in right now. And some of you will know that my wife and I went to a concert last night, and it's not it's a band I appreciate because of their love of music. It's not it's I'm not into the type of music that they play, but it's their performance, their methodology, their approach, their uniqueness that I really enjoy, at least in video form. But we went to this concert last night, and what we witnessed wasn't something that I could join in. And what I witnessed was a form of what God has created us to be, but without the power, without the presence, without the relationship. It was like an empty shell. I saw passion that had no purpose. I listened to words that described condition, but it didn't have any root. I listened to formulas of words, but they weren't plugged in. I heard words describing the longing of my heart, but it was focused on a different object. I was listening to about fire in the veins and the passion, but it was unrelated to the one we are to be passionate about. And I really saw a glimpse of how God has knit this into us. Our desire for Him, our desire for something more, our desire for completeness, our desire for understanding a purpose, and it's there. Everything is there. It really is. He has completed that work. It is in every person on the face of this planet. And it's the reason why people seek after philosophies that will give them understanding of purpose. It's why people seek after, I can't say gods because no other God exists, but they seek after an idea of a God that provides them with comfort or gives them purpose or any such thing. And people would say that of Christianity, of the church, and in some ways they are correct, because there's a form of godliness without power. There are people who follow formulas within the church. They do things to make themselves feel good, but it's empty. There's as much emptiness in sections of the church and in people in the church as I saw last night. I saw a lot of passion last night, but no root to that passion. It was an empty passion. And we see that in the church. There can be a passion in the church. But what is the passion for? The passion is for telling people how wrong they are. The passion is for upholding the law and such. But we know with God it is a complete package. There's more to it. We have to be seeking more. And for this reason, we have to guard our hearts and our minds and make sure that we're not seeking after religion, that we're not seeking after systems, that we're not seeking after forms of law and formulas and stuff that we can follow that make us feel better. The only thing that we are supposed to be seeking is the face of our God. The only thing that we're supposed to be seeking is a deeper relationship with our King. The only thing only purpose that we have is carrying the presence of our King into every situation. And I'm still desiring a fire in my blood. I was telling my wife last night that I want such a boldness and a fierceness in me for Jesus Christ, that people can see the fierceness in my eyes. I want them to be able to see it in my face. I want them to be able to see it in my whole countenance. I want them to be able to see Christ in me. And there's a few things that the Lord and I are dealing with over my own heart, my own calluses, and things that for me to enter into that deeper sanctuary, into the inner sanctuary, into that deep place that I know He's calling me to. There's calluses that have to be removed, because I have to be able to, with all of my mind, with all of my heart, with all of my mind, with all of my heart. I have no problem setting aside my opinions. Nobody needs my opinions, but it's my heart. It's my heart that where I build up calluses, where I build up protection, where, you know what I mean. We talked about it last week. I don't need to go over it again. But I could not join in the singing, even though some of the songs being sung were songs from my youth, and I knew them quite well. But as I stood there in that crowd, sensing their emptiness, sensing the lack of root, sensing the shell that was going on around me, I knew that I couldn't lift my voice to any other. I couldn't lift my voice or my heart to any other than my King. I couldn't join in that singing and that celebration, because there was nothing being celebrated. I can only celebrate my King. I can only celebrate. I can only worship Him. I can only lift my voice to Him in worship, in praise, in adoration. And so, although I very much appreciated their ability with music, I mourned. There was a mourning that was taking place in me last night as I looked around and I saw how far short these people were. How far short they were to God's glory. Everything's there. Everything is there. All they have to do is plug into Jesus. If they would only understand. But they don't understand. And that's why we're here. We're here to share our stories. We're here to share our testimony. We're here to let people see what Christ does, what the difference is. So I encourage you. This world needs us, because this world needs Christ, and we have Christ. Spend the day sharing your story and stories with anybody who's willing to listen. You have a great day. God bless.